Hey, how's it going everybody? As we wait for the launch of more reasonable RTX 40 series laptops in India, let's explore how the prices are in some other parts of the world. But before that, if you are new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Also, join the Telegram community, link in the description. Alright, so let's start with the US of A because prices here are the truest prices in line with what Nvidia or AMD or Intel suggests. Starting with the Gigabyte G5KF with a decent 12-core i5 12500H and RTX 4060, which I think goes up to 75 watts, and at $1100 US, it's an okay value. The 115 watt 3060 may just match the 75 watt RTX 4060, but the 4060 has DLSS 3 and 8GB of VRAM. Then we have the MSI Katana 17 with the 10-core i7 13620H and a 105 watt RTX 4070. At $1600 US, this laptop may look like a decent deal by Indian pricing standards, but it's totally not by US pricing standards. I'll tell you the reason in a bit. Note that this Katana 17 doesn't even have a 100% sRGB display at this price. Next, we got the Asus ROG Strix G16 with an i7 13650HX processor, which is basically a desktop i5 13600K with 14 cores. It packs a 140 watt RTX 4060 with Mux and Advanced Optimus, and also a fantastic display that covers 100% of the DCI P3 color space. At $1400 US, this is a good price for those who are looking for more CPU performance than GPU performance. Then there's the Strix G17 with the big daddy of all laptop processors of 2023, the 16-core Ryzen 9 7945HX. It's again got a 140 watt RTX 4060 and a great Quad HD 240Hz display covering 100% of the P3 color space. At $1800 US, it looks pricey for a 4060 laptop, but in terms of the CPU, this is a proper desktop replacement. The 7945HX is extremely close in terms of performance to a desktop 7950X. And finally, for $200 US more, there's a Strix G16 with another desktop replacement processor, which is the monster 24-core i9 13980HX and a 140 watt RTX 4070. Again, a great display with Mux and Advanced Optimus. So overall, it looks like it's only MSI that has priced their laptops very poorly, as Asus, in my opinion, has priced them pretty decently. However, to put some perspective on last generation laptop deals in the US, you can now get a premium RTX 3080 laptop for only $1600 US. This will easily beat out a 4070 laptop when gaming at 1440p or 4K. Now moving on to the UK, which is an important market to analyze because Indian prices will be most similar to the UK pricing. So right now the Asus TUF A15 with the Ryzen 7 7735HS, which is a rebranded Ryzen 7 6800H and a 140 watt RTX 4060 with Mux and a 100% sRGB display is available for purchase at £1200, which in my opinion is a pretty good deal. Now compare this with MSI's garbage Cyborg 15 laptop with only a 45 watt RTX 4060, 65% sRGB screen and no Mux at the same price as some much superior Asus TUF laptop. This MSI Cyborg 15 was the same price in India as well. Truly terrible pricing from MSI this generation. Next, we have the Asus Strix G16 with the 10-core i5 13450HX, which I believe is the same as a desktop i5 12600K. Other than the slower CPU, the remaining specs are the same, but again, it's quite a bit more expensive in the UK compared to the US, and expect similar price in India as well. Then there's the MSI Katana 17, again this time with a 14-core i5 12650H and a 105 watt RTX 4070. At £1650, it's not worth buying. Finally, here's the MVP laptop in my opinion, which is the Asus TUF A17 with the Phoenix range Ryzen 9 7940HS and a 140 watt RTX 4070. Now the buying link has been removed as the Phoenix range has been delayed to April, but according to Amazon Price Tracker, it was £1,500, which is a very good price keeping in mind the launch price of RTX 3070 laptops in India. It also has a 100% sRGB screen, Mux switch and 90 watt hour battery. So overall, a very reasonable launch price from Asus. Finally, we take a look at the Malaysian pricing. Here we have the Asus TUF with the Ryzen 9 7940HS with the 140 watt RTX 4060 at 6,000 Malaysian ringgit, while the Intel version with i7 12700H costs 10% more at 6,600 Malaysian ringgit. And the Ryzen 9 7940HS with the 140 watt RTX 4070 and a Quad HD display costs an attractive 7,000 Malaysian ringgit. There's also the Asus Strix G16 with the same 4060 configuration from the US, costing about 18% more in Malaysia at 7,300 Malaysian ringgit. Overall, here's a kind of a combined look at some of the matching models in the three countries, and obviously it's the cheapest in the US, but Asus looks to price their laptops quite reasonably this generation. Particularly interested in the Asus TUF with the Ryzen 9 7940HS and the RTX 4060 or 4070, depending on the price, and also expecting the same price in India as in the UK. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Make sure to hit like and subscribe and join the Telegram community. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.